Reiss Nelson, superstar entrance on the land. Where him stand, I feel link up with the reggae boys. WCQ and Copa team, happy strong. Whole office crew up by your gunners, Philip stand. The fans them rate him, so them call him the leader's real soldier from the army. To help the team out when it's stormy. Don't get funny, one day you know it will be available.
Reiss Nelson, the Jamaican fans, awaits you. And today, Premier 7 would like to talk more about you.
Just what your emotions were.
Nah, I'm just so happy with the goal, you know. When the ball came out on the edge of the box, I was thinking before it happened, I was thinking, please, just give me one chance, you know. And the ball dropped in the right area, and I just put my foot through it, you know, and happy with it in the back of the net.
Welcome to Premier 7. I am your host, Rayon Nelson. As you can hear, the last name is Nelson. Today, I just want to speak about one of the most talked about scouting targets of the Jamaica men's national team in Reiss Nelson, a player who Jamaican fans would love to have representing the national team where the World Cup qualifiers is concerned, as well as the Copa America. And the topic that I am here to discuss is, should Jamaica land Reiss Nelson? When should he debut? In that case, I want to talk about 3 points: the reflected Instagram post, how his attributes could contribute to Jamaica going forward, and if he is brought into the system before the World Cup qualifiers or Copa America, which fixtures is best for him to start. If you're new to the channel, I would implore you to subscribe. And if you are already a subscriber, continue to watch, like, comment, and share the content so that other persons can become engaged and understand more about Premier 7. Premier 7 is not only available on YouTube, but also you can see the channel existence on TikTok and also on Instagram. So the topic, as I've said before, is, should Jamaica land Reiss Nelson? When should he debut? I just want to give you, the fans, a big shout out for being the influencer of this topic. Because in recent time, I did a poll and it states that if Jamaica lands Reiss Nelson before the World Cup qualifiers and Copa America, when should he debut? This poll received 72 votes. 69% indicates World Cup qualifiers, 31% indicates Copa America. And I received a few comments, which I really appreciate. It is seen now that Jamaican fans are paying keen attention to the development of the Jamaica men's national team. And I have to say, hats off to you, because how you react and how you behave where footballers are concerned, it shows that you are not using your emotions to bring in players based on their names, but based on the quality that they possesses. And for me, I am on board as a content creator with the same mentality, because I don't like to look on footballers based on their names and just make big judgment. Names can be there, but performances is something for which we always have to look on. And where consistency is concerned or considered, it is always integral, whereas team selection is a priority. I am seeing here that the person who posts this in 4BRF4 says breaking at Reiss Nelson to Copa America with Jamaica. And I'm seeing here where other persons would share their comments and, you know, drop a like, whichever method they prefer to utilize in bigging up Reiss Nelson. I mean, Reiss Nelson is of Jamaican descent, and he has already received his Jamaican passport. I don't think this is his first time coming to Jamaica, and once he's a visitor of Jamaica, then he can decide to wear his Jamaican jersey because then again he's a footballer, and Jamaican fans are huge in numbers where Arsenal is concerned. Am I convinced about this post? It is not a case to say that Jamaica is not looking to get in a Reiss Nelson, so the idea will not be a smoke screen, but the excitement will be the first impression to have, seeing that Reiss Nelson is on the books of Jamaica, a long awaited for to represent Jamaica player, hopefully, for now or the near future. But you know, the number 7 represents the Leon Bailey in the Jamaica national team, and you know, Reiss Nelson maybe he's just giving Bailey some credit in wearing his shirt number. But you know, other persons will say, my God, he will be the person to take the number 7 shirt from Leon Bailey. Jamaican fans, I know for sure, wants for the national team to do fairly or very well in the upcoming fixtures and to build a reputation going forward. So whereas we want for players to be shoved aside and to create any form of catastrophic effect on the national team's development, it is a no-no. And you know, not only myself but others don't want for that to be the main reason for Jamaica going forward. Because if that's going forward, then I think you will have to reconsider if you're thinking properly. Because where problems are implemented or brought forward, that will be like a backward movement. So I appreciate the post by Reiss Nelson, but maybe it's just here to be on vacation and to represent Jamaica, whereas culture is concerned. Maybe not for football, but I mean, where football is concerned, he will need more football because he hasn't played much games for Arsenal this season. Well, last season because the Premier League has concluded, and international duties, he hasn't received so much opportunities. And it would be so good for him to be a part of the Jamaica national team to kickstart what was there because he's already a player that we know that has the quality to do very well. And speaking about quality and doing very well, let's talk about the attributes of Reiss Nelson and how such could help Jamaica going forward. By now, Reiss Nelson is 24. He's younger than I am. So let the older folks speak. Reiss Nelson, you know, is he hungry to play football? Well, I think it is somewhat in between. He may not be a fussy player, but even though he's not a fussy player, he wants to play more football. And the position on the pitch, Reiss Nelson is known for being a direct player, a dribbler, and is known for being a right winger, but can be also a left winger. So you see 85% saying a right winger, 15% says a left winger. But where is attributes come into play to help Jamaica going forward? That is if he signs and switches allegiance fully to play for the national team. So we're seeing here that for its attributes to what I say now, the left-hand side, we're seeing that circular represented diagram. Jamaica needs a pace going forward, and it is of our nature to be pacey, right, on the pitch. If you're a track athlete, you can say that. But it is in our bloodline, I would say, for most parts that Jamaicans are known for being sprinters. So the pace which Reiss Nelson can bring to Jamaica team is something that we would need because he's direct, as we would know, and to be a dribbler and you're quick-footed, it proves that your thinking or how you operate with your brain, it is above the norm. I don't think he's just a kick-and-run player. He's a player who will caress the ball, control the ball properly, and make passes where deemed necessary. And speaking of about passes, even though you're seeing 68%, it could be better if he was receiving more game times for Arsenal. But linking back to dribbling and caressing the ball, you're seeing 81%. So it is something that we have to understand and give him credit for in being a front line player. Because when you have a forward line player who can dribble and who can contribute by way of goal contribution in scoring goals, making assists, bringing across a balance in the team, then a Reiss Nelson would be a target that Jamaica has to want to have. Let's say need to have, because our team is developing, even though we have a mixture of younger players coming through the ranks and existing young folks or in between age folks, and also players who may be shown the door later down the line. So where the balance is concerned and the mixture of players, a Reiss Nelson will just fall right in the middle, whereas the age group is concerned like with a Leon Bailey, So, and the team will have more squad depth going forward. We need players that opposition teams can fear. And a lot of persons would understand the importance of having a Reiss Nelson starting or coming from the bench. Teams will not fear players who doesn't have a name. And sometimes only the name alone can put fear into opposition players. Even if you're on farm or not on farm, your name alone can bring across that fear. So we're not expecting for a Reiss Nelson to be a defender, even though you're seeing 44 in the red zone. It is not his duty to defend for Jamaica, but his contribution will be needed. And shots where it is concerned, if he's not scoring goals, then he has the license to score goals, right? And I won't say he will cement his spot in the right wing position, because I believe personally that he has to be on form, even though he has the attributes and the potential to be a starter. But where the depth is concerned with the team, Reiss Nelson would be the competitor with Leon Bailey in a good way. And then we can use a Bobby Reid as a number 10 competing with Bobby Reid. The left wing, some persons will not say Cephas, but we all know that that left wing is already cemented by a Demarai Gray. And we love to say things about our players in a positive way, but whereas the importance where delivery is concerned on the pitch, we want for that to become more consistent. And I think that a Reiss Nelson in a Jamaica team can help to boost the national team. It is not to say that Jamaica will get a Reiss Nelson, because he has represented England before, and maybe his ideal goal is to play for England. 24 years of age, he's still young, right? So we cannot say if he chooses England, we will start to cuss him, because we already know that his parents, or his parent, for correction, is of Jamaican descent, is Jamaican. So he can choose wherever he wants to play. Because if Reiss Nelson leave Arsenal and go to a different club, let's face the reality, and Gareth Southgate is no longer the manager or the coach of the England national team. Reiss Nelson on farm could get into the team, but with a different coach. So we're just hoping then that Jamaica can get in a Reiss Nelson as early as possible, whereas we can say this is our player. And speaking of such, getting in a Reiss Nelson before a World Cup qualifier or Copa America, which fixture would be best for him to debut? And before I speak about that, I wanted to show a little reflection on how important a Reiss Nelson is whenever he has the ball at his feet. It is no joke or no fake news bringing across here. As you can see, the small tape reflects or highlight or showcase the memories of how brilliant a Reiss Nelson can be as a dribbler on either end of the pitch, whether it is the right wing or the left wing. You see that this player runs at his oppositions, and he likes to pass, and he preferably likes to score goals, right? So let's talk about the World Cup qualifier or Copa America for his debut. The poll basically stated that they would like for him to, kick things off for the World Cup qualifiers. And let me just reflect or bring it back up on screen to prove that the fans of football and Premier 7 would love for him to do his entrance in the World Cup qualifiers. I think it is the best thing because he will become aware of Jamaica football in terms of managing staff, the overseeing representative of the Jamaica national team, the players themselves. And in that case, I know him as a player by way of watching how he operates as somebody who is smart, not somebody who is boisterous, not somebody who is, let me not say tempered, but he's somebody for which I see that will learn the game, and if given opportunities, he will deliver. So you'll need for a Reiss Nelson to come into the team, whereas too many pressure is not on him. Yes, he will be one of the biggest names to represent Jamaica, but you cannot throw him under the bus, whereas huge fixtures are concerned. So in that case, I am so much swinging to the end of saying if we get him in, World Cup qualifiers would be the best option. Then again, Jamaica isn't ranked in the top 30s of the FIFA men's rankings. Jamaica is ranked way, way down there, and I don't think it's a good feeling, but we're at 55. We basically go up 2 points above, so you can see we pass Paraguay and Slovenia, but we want to go back into the 20 brackets as to where we were before in 1998. So I'm just going to talk about the few fixtures that we have before Copa America, right? For the national team, I know for a fact we have a few qualifying games to play first before we kick off the Copa America campaign, right? So Jamaica will play Dominican Republic on the 6th of June 2024. No team is a walkover. Every team has developed. All teams want to make it for the World Cup. And Jamaica should not take any teams light. A lot of teams are hungry. And I mean very much hungry, as if they haven't eaten for days. And all teams that is available to play and qualify for the FIFA World Cup will want to go there again or for the first time. So Jamaica is in a group that many persons would say, come on, it is Dominica, it is Dominican Republic, it is Guatemala. Jamaica is the biggest team right here based on even the FIFA rankings. And based on the players that we have locally who are coming through the ranks and those who are representing the nation, whereas club is concerned, they are more exposed, they are given that license to play in championships in different areas outside of England, whereas football is concerned. So, I mean, experience teaches wisdom for our players who will play for Jamaica. And in that sense, I don't think it should be a bigger issue for these players to come on board to represent. And, once there's a chemistry created, then you will see the quality executed by these players, right? So the Copa America will be a very robust competition. Jamaica has played in the Copa America 2 times in 2015 and in 2017, and we did not do well. We finished way below par, bottom of the group in those 2 competitions, one after the other. So we're going to play against Mexico, then Ecuador, then Venezuela. And Mexico is ranked in the top 20. Ecuador and Venezuela ranks above Jamaica. What can we expect from Jamaica? There should always be an expectation. And we want for Reiss Nelson if he signs for Jamaica earlier on, we want for him to start in the World Cup qualifier. So when Copa America comes on our shore, then we can say he will be of integral importance to play a decent role. So we want to do well in Copa America, but the ideal opportunity that we want to make better use of is that of the FIFA World Cup, because 98 is the only time we want to do better from now going forward and to cement our spot in the CONCACAF region as one of the hardest team to beat, because we have the quality. So we just need for everyone to be on board. Those who are in charge of the national team's program, all persons, not only the coach, have to come on work as one to help us go forward. And as a content creator, it is not easy to be doing contents over and over, but it is my task and my duty to speak what makes sense for the Jamaica men's national team. So Reiss Nelson input will be very much important to help Jamaica going forward, whereas discipline, professionalism, and team balance is concerned. He already have the experience in Europe, so he can take that experience into the Jamaica team. And the beauty of the game is that once these players gel and the quality that they have within can become executed, right? We need for that to happen. We're not here to bomb rush our players. We're not here to make them feel uncomfortable. But based on their names, then their caliber should be higher than those who, isn't on their level. People, I really wanted to be on screen to show my face more often than the norm, but because I'm having some technical difficulties, I have to do what is necessary. So I'm hoping that you guys love this video, and I'm not late with my delivery because sometimes I have to sit back and analyze things more deeper than just the norm, and don't let our emotions take control of us. So again, the question is, should Jamaica land Reiss Nelson? When should he debut? You are amazing fans. You already make your comments. What I want for other persons who haven't answered the poll to become engaged with this YouTube video and let me know what they think. It is time for me to go, so we will speak again, whereas other matters surrounding football in Jamaica and overseas is concerned. Take care and goodbye for now.